Hey, good morning, y'all. Working on this doll. I just washed. Well, I dried it. Smells okay. I painted the face last week. Washed it. Thank you for all the messages and like just saying hello and good morning and stuff. I will try to get to them. I'm not that good at the Instagram Messenger or like the TikTok Messenger. I'm used to like messaging on Instagram. And the Instagram Messenger is more like fun and like it just looks more colorful and the letters are like big and everything. But on TikTok it's not that like good. Like it's kind of boring looking, so I don't know. It just looks very like tight. But I don't know. Just starting the day, doing some sewing. I went to Joann's yesterday, bought some more fabric, then paid my phone bill. And I had a weird dream. So noisy. So much noise. Wait for the plane to pass. So I went to Metro PCS and I paid my phone bill. And so I checked it out and saw how like to pay to have service in Tijuana, which was just like $5 extra to have, I guess, for the month. So I paid $15, so I have like 3 months. And the last time I went to Metro PCS, the guy that was there said it was nothing he could do to help me, that I would have to like call 611 or something and do it myself. And I was like, that didn't sound right. Like, I feel like they should be able to help you, is what I was thinking. So this time when I went, the girl was really nice and she helped me. And it made me kind of mad because he said he couldn't help me and he said it with a smile. And I just was like, okay, well, I won't press, I won't push it, but I still felt like they could help me, which wasn't that big of a deal, but I got it done. So if I go, I'll have service. Because when I went, I didn't, you don't have service if you don't do it, set up the plan or whatever. But my dream, it was that I went to Tijuana and I went to a store to get snacks. But it also seemed like it was a mix of like what's going on right now with homelessness. That like if like some cities, I guess it's illegal to be homeless, and if you get arrested for being homeless, then everybody's like, well, then you'll be a slave inside the prison system. Now I don't know how deep or how serious it is. I camp, but I don't camp around a lot of other people, and I think naturally people think when they think homeless, they think people who are camping on the streets, but there's so many different types of homelessness. People who maybe house hop or couch hop or live in their cars. But when you think of homelessness, you think mostly people who are on the streets. I would never like sleep inside a camp of people because I wouldn't feel safe. So I always sleep off alone. But what everyone's saying is like, I guess they're just picking people up and arresting them for being homeless. And I haven't heard too many cases about it, but just more so like it's just something that's going to be happening in certain cities or whatever. So in my dream, I went to Tijuana and I went to a store to get snacks. And then it was a line. So then I was like, all this just to get snacks. But then when I got up to the register, there's this like police officer or this guy in a uniform, and he asked me for like paperwork or documentation, and I was just like, well, I'm not from here. And then there was this other guy who was like very like the enforcer, and so they were kind of like capturers, like they capture people. And he was like, oh, you're not supposed to be here? Like, you don't have documentation? Well, I have to arrest you, and now you're going to become a slave. And so he got me and this other guy, and he was just really rude about it. And he was just like, "Oh, I can't stand you people. You're so disgusting." So I was like, in my dream, I don't know if it was because I was in Tijuana or if it was because I was homeless. Like, why was like, or it was a mixture of the both. Like, because I don't know the ramifications of like staying over in Tijuana, which I think you can. But in the dream, it's like you can't stay if you don't have documentation. So he's like, well, I'm about to take you down to the place where, you know, you'll live forever as a slave, like in a prison or something like that. So the other guy, like, it was two of us that got captured. The other guy got away. And so he went after the other guy. And so when he went after the other guy, I took off running. And I got into like a subway. And I was like talking to people on the subway. I was like, I can't believe this. Like, the guy almost like put me in jail to be a slave or something. And just his disdain, it just like also made me think of like people who, it's just, you know, it's a mixture, and it's in general, like, you know, it's just life. You know, people are gonna like you or not. But I feel like, you know, in my position, like, I'm really self-conscious because some people do dislike me because I'm homeless, or they'll have like they'll have a attitude like they're disgusted by me. And so in my head, it's like, I don't know if it's because I'm homeless, or because I'm black, or if I'm a black male, or if I'm a black homeless male, you know, all these, like, but you can tell when you like coming towards someone or you're interacting with someone and they don't really fuck with you like that. And but some people really love me. Like, it's just, they don't have any like problems with how I come, you know. And I can get it if I'm coming and I'm asking for something, or, you know, but it's just a simple, like, me walking towards some people. Sometimes they're like pissed off by it. And so in the dream, this guy was like that. He was like so happy to like maybe arrest me for being homeless, or, you know, for whatever reason that he had. And it's just, yeah, some people are just like that. Like, they just dislike homeless people, or, you know, dislike you just for the simple fact of being you. Like, it's nothing you really did or could do to make them dislike you. They just dislike you. And I was around this other person who, I don't know, they felt like I was tolerable because I wasn't like, I didn't appear to look too homeless or whatnot. But then he was like, we was in this other part of San Diego, and it wasn't really that great looking to me of a part of San Diego. But he was pointing out like, there was a lot of homeless people that were camping, and it was like a lot of trash around. And he was saying, oh, I can't stand like the trash. It's like, I don't care about them being homeless, but why they have to be so junky? And I didn't really see it as like, if it wasn't junk there, that the area would have been any more like good looking. And the fact that even if it did look good, the idea that, you know, there's some people who are struggling and they may make the area look bad, an area that's considered to look good. But if your feelings are like, well, they shouldn't be there to make the area look bad, to me, then the area just looks bad. Then, like, even if it looks good, it looks bad. Like, because it's like, if it's an area that's not, if it's an area that's created only for a few who are like obeying the rules of keeping the area to look pleasing, and that's the whole point of the area is that it looks pleasing. But it doesn't matter if people can't like be on the same level as everybody else. Well, then it doesn't look that great anyway. It's like, I guess what I'm saying is like, people who are like that, it doesn't make me want to conform and be a part of something that's so it writes people off as undesirable. Now, if people are acting a certain way, I can't, like, I'm chill. I don't really like to be around people, and and I get like some people have issues, but I'm not trying to deal with it. But I just yeah, the fact that some people they have the idea, like, I don't know, some people are their worth is in how they cooperate into the system in a way. Well, I don't know. I know what I'm saying, but I don't know how to say it. But it just doesn't make me want to be amongst those people anymore. It makes me want to be even more homeless. Like, I'd rather be more homeless than be in a group of people who are like judging people who can't get it together the way they think they should. Or even if people don't want to get it together the way people think they should. Anyway, I be struggling to explain my thoughts, but I wanted to finish the last video and try my best to explain it, even though I'll probably just be repeating the same thing over and over again. But it was just like, I'm attracted to people for many different things, but if I feel like a person is like that, that's gonna like judge people based on their status, like that elitism, then I'm like, I don't like those type of people. But before, I probably, like, now that like I'm in this place in life and I'm experiencing these things, like, if I was in a relationship with someone like that, whether like romantic or friendship, in the past I probably wouldn't have thought much of it. But now it's like, after experiencing this, I would never want to be friends, definitely not in a relationship with anyone who felt that they were somehow better because they did what was like societal, like they not necessarily conform, because I mean, I guess it's like conforming, but it's, some people really like believe their place in society, and you know, to me they're just like caught up in the hype. And when you that caught up in the hype, then you really don't see anything different. Or if you might, I don't know, you just, I don't think you see it, and you won't have the compassion for people who just might be different than you. And I don't know, I might not be explaining it that well, but like, I don't know, the video cut off, but it's just like, to know that I could be putting myself around people like that, if I was to conform, or if I was to do everything and live my life on the up and up, it makes, like, knowing that I'll probably be around people like that and wouldn't even really know it, because, or you would know it because you would see homeless people and the people would react the way they felt. But it doesn't make me want to like be around those people. It makes me want to be more homeless. It makes me want to like remain around the undesirable, because I know that some of them are really, good people, or they're just people who are struggling. But like I said, I really don't like to hang around people who act up or are disrespectful. But yeah, I don't know. Right now my knee hurting, but I just really don't see myself living no other way. It's like I feel like my body is like it's gonna fall apart, but I just, the excitement, the thrill, like, why would I like
Sometimes you don't survive whole, you just survive in part. But the grandeur of life is that attempt. It's not about that solution. It is